First of all, welcome. Welcome to each one of you who came to the second class on Monday. May the Almighty God will give you a long life and a healthy life and a happy life. Hopefully we're going to hear this year in each one of you, Kol Sashon v'Kol Shukra, Kol Chatan v'Kol Kala. The one that Mary, we're going to hear Kol Mitzarot, the children Be'ezrat Hashem that will come, give us some happiness and joy Be'ezrat Hashem. May the Almighty God will fulfill and give you the greatest life that you ever desires, physical and spiritual as well. The previous class we spoke about that we said, we're all day long we're talking about money, and they said in English, time is money. In the previous class we proved that time is not money, time is life. Money is important but not so important like people, putting themselves, working around the clock. And literally the Shugaim, the Rambam made it and called it craziness, and a level of craziness. The temptation, the craving that we have for these items that bring our life to become so miserable. This was in the previous class. Money is only a tool to get to the target. It's not the target. Today we're going to speak about something not less important. And that one we call Ki Sheva Ipol Tzadik V'Kam. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what means Sheva Ipol Tzadik V'Kam? The meaning of it is this one. Before we're going to explain, it was how do you call it? The guy that violin.
Yes.
One of the greatest violin person. His name is Yitzhak Perelman. Yitzhak Perelman in 1995, walking to make his own show, and maybe in the Broadway, when a few thousand people came over there, just to listen for them. He's known to be one of the best violin in the world. I don't know anyone that loves music, classic music, no. And hold the name, it's Perelman. He's a very well-known. He's a cripple. He doesn't walk so easy. He's walking with the kabine, with help. But even though that he's walking like that, even though that his body is not healthy, still he succeeds to become the best one in the world in violin. Unreal. Listen to the story that happened in November 1995. He's walking in to make his own show. It took him 10 minutes to get into the chair. 10 minutes to get into the chair. He's coming into the chair, and he's taking a violin that he took this violin from someone that made it very famous musician 150 years ago. This is not a simple violin that you buy in the store to $300 to $400. This is a priceless violin. Original, the best violin. These people, they use the best tools. Now he's taking this violin, and how many strings the violin have? 4. Just imagine yourself. And this was happened to him. He's just about to start one of them, tick, went out, got ripped in the middle. Wow. You cannot make good music with 3 strings. It's a whole different ball game. He's closing his eyes. What are you going to do? You're going to say, I'm sorry, mistakes, and we're going to continue. He closed his eyes. 10 seconds later, he starts. And he made such a show for almost 2 hours. All the symphony that he made. 2 hours later, when he finished, everybody stood up and clapped their hands. What a show. It was maybe one of the best shows that he ever made. And he responded when they gave him the microphone. אתם יודעים, לפעמים זו משימתו של האומן, למצוא כמה מוזיקה הוא יכול עדיין לייצר ממה שיש. Sometimes a job of artist, a job of a professional man, is to make music for what exactly left on. Why that I'm telling you? In life we're going to have a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges. We're going to get fired from places. We're going to go out on a date that they don't want us. They're going to tell us no. We're going to have a lot of hope and disappointed. This is the nature of life. So how exactly we're dealing with the obstacle? Today I'm going to put some light with your permission, with Siyata Dishmaya, and how exactly we're dealing with the obstacle moment in our life. And a good time in our life, you don't need a rabbi to tell you how to deal. You know what, even for that we need a rabbi. Because we can get crazy when we have success. You need a rabbi to put you, you need a wife or a rabbi to put you in the ground. The wife, no matter how rich you are, she's always going to put you on. My husband, can you wash dishes? All the rabbanim, everybody call you tzaddik, kavod, respect. The wife will put you in the spot. It's good to be married because at least one person in this world doesn't have to be mitchanef. You know what I mean, mitchanef? Acting nice when he doesn't really mean it. Because he wants something from you. You know, when you're successful, suddenly you have so many friends. In reality, suddenly everybody wants to become one. I mean, nature-wise, they're not really your friends. They are your friends because they want something from you. Either business, either success. But the person has to protect himself when he's successful. But even more, when he's falling down. How exactly we're dealing with the obstacle that we have in life? You see, Rabbi Yaakov Vil, Rosh Yeshivat Kol Torah. He was a rabbi, today is Rosh Yeshivat Kol Torah. Kol Torah considered to be the best yeshiva ktana in Israel. One of the best yeshivot in Israel, study-wise. To accept in this yeshiva, you have to be brilliant. My chavruta, my study partner came from this yeshiva. Rabbi Yed Cohen. And he was a brilliant individual. This rabbi was the Rosh Yeshiva of this yeshiva. When he was young, he had question mark in Judaism. When he was in yeshiva, he had a broken point in his life. He almost left the yeshiva. Because you know, when you're young, at the age of 14, 15, 16, 17, they call it the stupid age. When you're not a parent, you forgot that stupid age. But everybody passed this age. When you are parents, all what you do is you pray, you hold in Tehillim for 3 years or 4 years, you just pray to Hashem Yitbarach because there's no one to talk. It's nothing in the second floor. They're doing so many mistakes in this age, the most dangerous age. And in that age, he had a question in faith. Question if God does exist, why did I need to become religious? Maybe outside I can find happiness. Many questions. We're talking about one of the best rabbis in Israel nowadays. He went into his own rabbi, Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. And that time was Gadol Israel. He said, Rabbi, I have a question in faith. I have obstacle to continue religion. What exactly am I supposed to do? How exactly a person is supposed to deal with obstacle? To manage in my life in that difficult moment. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to what the rabbi told them. The rabbi told them that you ever saw the way that you sew in clothing? Ladies, you are most likely expert. That you ever saw the way that we sew in clothing? Not H&M or all the stores that you buy in ready. I'm talking about sewing from the beginning. That you ever saw the way that they sew clothing?
No.
Most of us not, right? Evidently, we live in a different generation. But if you see, if one day, B'ezrat Hashem, you're going to sew something special to your husband, you're going to see how exactly we sew items. We take a perfect clothing, we take a perfect
fabric,
perfect garment, perfect. We cut it to pieces, we break it to pieces, we cut a lot, and in the end, we make it pants, we make packets, we make here, we make zipper, everything we make it nice. Now, in the beginning, when you see it, what did it look? It look horrible. Why do you have to ruin the garment? Why do you have to rip it? It's perfect. Why do you ruin it? Right? If you don't understand and sewing, it look horrible. What exactly are you doing? But if you're going to have a patient, you're going to see that the only way to create a beautiful shirt, a beautiful pants, a beautiful dress, is by ruining it first and then make it better. So the rabbi told them, the only way to become a great man, the only way to become a great rabbi is, one day you're going to become, you know why? Because of the obstacle that you had before. what made us to become great is the obstacle that we have in life. Not the good time. When you got fired, when you had a difficult moment in your life, you have to bless God for this moment. Not only because you're saying thank you and you have a faith in the Almighty God, because you know that if your greatness become after you pass challenges in life. That you saw how fruit and vegetables, I mean, if you have a tree, how do you create new tree coming to the world? How do you create new tree?
The old part.
You cut a branch.
Cut part of the old.
A or B, you take a seed, right? A small seed, tomato seed, cucumber seed, whatever seed. You drop it in. What exactly happened to the seed first?
It gets rotten.
Become rotten completely, almost in a stage of death. And only later, you can see such a beautiful trees. You see, the road to succeed in life pass through obstacle. And this is the topic of today. When you pass in the difficult times in life, don't be broken from it. Just the opposite. You have to. I saw many obstacles in Shalom Bayit. Many people that had fight and argument and was not able to stand up together 1 hour. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you one thing that very few rabbis will share with you. I believe, in my opinion, with our experience with so many couples that we handled, the first year of marriage is the most difficult one. I know that they tell you, no, the first year is amazing, it's like a movie. Just the opposite. The first year in a marriage life, because this is the years that all the obstacles is coming. Argument and fight. Each one of you want to take position, want to know what you do, what not, who is in control. This is the foundation year. The foundation years is the first. Which floor in the building is the most important? Which one?
The bottom.
The first floor. I mean, not even the first, the basement. The dating area, and after the dating, the marriage himself. If he thinks that when you're going to get married, the first year, you go all day long, she's going to make you breakfast on the bed, cappuccino, sunny side up, sunny side down, Shakespeare with love. If you think that this is going to happen, it's good for the movies. People watching too much movies. In reality, the first floor is the most important floor in every building. Why? Because if the first or the basement is solid, you can build 20 floors, 40 floors, 120 floors. The first year in a marriage, the years that most of the obstacles happen, you just need to have a lot of patience. Smile and relax. If you pass this year, you're going to have an amazing year. Amazing life. Amazing. Understand that obstacle will lead you later on, when you're going to become old, you're going to laugh. And you're going to say, you know why we had such a great years? Because of this obstacle that we had in the beginning. Because of the obstacle, because of the argument and the fight that we had in the beginning, we became so close to each other. We became loving each other so much. This is what leads us. Greatness doesn't come when everything is going smooth. Ask, what's his name? Steve Jobs. Yes. Steve Jobs, ask him. You know, one time I saw a speech of him, and he mentioned that you know when exactly happened the change in Apple company to become the most successful company in the world? When he got fired. When he got fired from this company, years before, he came back when the company was almost in chapter 11. They almost lost everything. That Apple company that you know today becomes so powerful, so strong, maybe the strongest company in the world history. Start not because of the beginning. Start when he got fired from that company. A few years later, when he came back, he said, "Thank God." Because he said, in that time, I was so comfortable. I had no creation, no creativity, no imagination, nothing. You know, when you work in the same jobs every day, that's it. You become numb. You become a screw mind. That's it, everything. When he got fired, He had to go back to his brain. He's a smart man. He came back with so much passion. He made few invention at that time that made a lot of money. And then he came back to Apple company. I believe that his deal was, I'm getting $0, only percent. He was so confident this time that's going to be successful. He said, I don't need your money. Give me $0, only percent. Later on his history, he became one of the richest guys in the world because of it. You see, if you're going to ask him, what is the best decision that ever happened in your life? He will tell you in the time that they fired him. That rabbi came in. When we read the Sipurat Tzadikim, when I was a little boy, I used to read a lot of Sipurat Tzadikim, story of Tzadikim. Reading about this Tzadik, the Kosker Rebbe, Admor Zaken, the first Chabad Rebbe, that was a genius to be there. What a holy people, the Basham Tov HaKadosh. But you know sometimes what we're missing in Sipurat Tzadikim? You know what we're missing in Sipurat Tzadikim? It looked like everything was so easy, and they came to the world Tzadikim, and they left the world Tzadikim. And the Emet is not. The Emet is not. I remember they have a Midrash that tried, a Midrash, a famous one. Ladies and gentlemen, it was once a king that desires to see Moshe Rabbeinu. And the generation of Moshe Rabbeinu. He was once a king that desires to see Moshe Rabbeinu. And there was no way together. He said, I will pay any money to any person, any amount of money, if at least you're going to give me the picture of the greatest leader in the world history. He knew Chokhmat HaPanim. You know what means Chokhmat HaPanim? They have Chokhmat HaYad, they have the wisdom of hand. One time I gave a whole class about it. How exactly you check how many children you're going to have, how many Gilgulim you can, how long you're going to live, how much cash you're going to have. Everything is in our hand. Everything is in our hand. Now don't ask me after the class to read it. Or maybe next class I will give you that you're going to read it yourself. I don't like to read to people, but maybe next class it's going to be, just remind me. It's going to remind me on Sunday, it's going to be the topic, hopefully I will come prepared. But they have also wisdom in our face. Ladies, gentlemen, if you're going to know this wisdom, you're going to go out on a date and you can see almost everything in the person's face. Anything. If he's a good man or not, if he's stingy or not, anything, which character he had, anything is in his face. Anything you want. This king was expert in the wisdom of face. He looked at a human being and he told you everything that you want about him. He said, you know what, if I cannot see Moshe, give me a picture. Somebody came in and drew a picture. And he went back and he gave it to this king.
Picture of who?
And Moshe Rabbeinu. And the king didn't believe. He said, there's no way. There's no way that the greatest Jewish leader in the world history, the greatest leader in the Jewish history, have such a horrible face. His face corresponds to a killer, a murderer, a criminal person, a mafia guy. How do you... No, it's a mistake. The guy said, no, this is the face. I took pictures, I took a drawing next to Moshe Rabbeinu. This is his face. And the Emet Chazal said that in potential, Moshe Rabbeinu had a lot of obstacles. But zchut of the Torah is what made them to become such a great person. You see, many tzaddikim, when they used to be young, had obstacles. Many tzaddikim had obstacles. Questioning faith. Many people, when they used to be in the yeshiva world, had these questions. I believe every student in the yeshiva have a moment of broken that you want to go out of the yeshiva. Not necessarily out of religious, but maybe out just to make money. Every person have this moment that, you know what, maybe if I'm going to go out, I will become rich, maybe over there is going to be better. Every person in the world have some obstacle. But what building us to become great people is that obstacle that we have. You see, da me'ayin bata mitipa suha. What got you to the place that you are, and spirituality, is the obstacle that you pass in life. Rabbi Elimelech Mishans cried, when they want to give you in heaven a gift, they want to give you parnasah, they want to give you livelihood, they want to give you to get married, they want to give you shidduch. They want to give you a good. What exactly they doing in order that you're going to be dissolved? You know what they're doing? They put you in that obstacle. Then see, they give you an obstacle to see how you're going to react. If you're not going to get upset, you made it. Somebody come and got you upset and you didn't react. You're smiling. How many times in the business world they have a customer that can literally drive you nuts? They're coming in and they're making, how do you say, BA, master degree on sushi. What is this sushi? What's the difference between this sushi to this sushi? Why is it so small? Why is it big? Why avocado? Why not avocado? What is this fish? They ask you 50 questions. After 25 minutes that you spend, the guy says, you know what? I'm still thinking about it. I will come tomorrow and you see I'm going and buy sushi from the next door. Happen every day in the diamond business. Every day they come to you, they make BA degree on you, on diamonds, and then they go outside and they buy from somebody else. Now, it usually fume you. You become so upset and so mad. But you're holding yourself. You're losing money. You're losing business. And you understand. I had a student in Orlando, Florida. His name is David. I will not say his last name. But his name is David. Happened to be that he lost his business. He had 3 electronic stores, very successful. And he lost everything, whatever. He made some foolish mistakes, being the owner and so successful. And he lost everything. I remember when I came into the store, he went to work for his competition. People that was working for him, that opened a new stores. You know what it means to go to work for your own worker? What a shame is that? I came to him and to give him an uplifting word. I said, David, don't worry. God is big, and everything that God is doing is good. The guy looked at me and said, Rabbi, what are you talking? Life is amazing. I said, okay, I agree with you. Why life so amazing? He said, Rabbi, don't worry. This is the greatest message that I can have in life. I'm telling you, and read my lips. In 1 year, I'm going back to business, I own 1 store. In 3 years, I own 5 stores. 5 years, I sell all of them, and I don't have to work. Exactly what's happened. And if you're going to ask him, when I asked him after he became in the business, I said, David, what made you to become? He said, the fact that I lost my business was the best thing that ever happened to me. If not for that, I will never achieve the level that I studied for my mistakes. It was a gift of God. That obstacle made me who I am today. Ask if you want to know secret in business success, if you want to know secret in spirituality success. People think that to become righteous is right the way you come into synagogue and you have a feeling of Kedushah, that's it. No Yetzirah. What do you think? When you're going to become religious and more Yetzirah, the evil inclination is going to back to sleep? What do you think? It's going, that's right. No, I'm not Muslim. Just opposite. The more religious you become, the obstacle become greater. And I will tell you why. Everything is like what I said is all logic. Do you know why? Tell me, did you ever went into boxing match? World champion boxing? Right? We have heavyweight, and they have lightweight, and then they have featherweight. You know what's featherweight? You know why they call it feather? Because when you give him one, he's falling down like a feather. Boom. Now imagine yourself, when you are a heavy world champion, when you are a heavyweight, who you put next to heavyweight? 250 kilo or 50 kilo? Who are you going to put next? No one else. In order to fight with heavy, legal-wise, you have to put heavy as well. You're not going to put anything easy. Why? It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not a team. This is not a match. No nice. Maybe you should know. When you're not religious, Yetzirah doesn't have to sweat. Because you are all day long with the phone, iPhone number 7, Galaxy 8, Gehenna 9. You're all day long in the phone, busy with nonsense. Diving in Gehenna, diving from one website to another website, diving. Why did I need to? A guy came to me and said, Rabbi, can you give me advice to succeed in business? I said, yes. He said, Rabbi, I have no customers. I said, I will give you advice, but don't share it. Now, Baruch Hashem, we're all over the media. The advice is very simple. Go and open Book of Tehillim. Read Tehillim when you have no customers. And you're going to see you're going to have so many customers. Why? Yetzirah need to bother you. Why is he going to give it to retailing? He's going to send customers all day long to interfere with your tefillot, to interfere with your learning. You want to have customer? Open the Gemara, start to study. Suddenly you see, phone, we want to order this one, we want to order. How exactly before it was so quiet? There's no one to fight. The more religious you become, the hardest temptation that you're going to have. This is reality, but this is the meaning that you go up. The meaning that you go up is because when you have obstacles. When there's no obstacles, nothing to go. Nothing to go. You're going to ask any business person, what made you to become so successful? He will tell you, the obstacle that I passed. That moment that I got fired, that moment that I lost my business, that moment that it was so difficult and I never saw God, this is the moment that made me who I am today. We don't have to be afraid from obstacles. We sit down and relax and enjoy the obstacles. And understand that if we can maneuver, if we can share, if we can work in ourselves to pass the obstacle together, our life is going to be amazing. Our life is going to be amazing. Rabotai, very nice. If you realize, most of the successful people that pass is just because they pass so much. If you're going to say of the politician, usually the politician that succeed is politician that hold as much the word no. You're not accepted, you will never be good, you will never be successful, and they continue and continue and continue. Maybe the message to all of us is don't give up. Don't give up. And understand that obstacle is for your benefits. Understand that when you're passing difficult times in life, is something good that God prepared for you. They said, how do we call our generation? Ikveta de Mashiach. You know what means Ikveta de Mashiach? Ikveta meaning the heel of Mashiach. Our generation is the heel because it's the last generation. Simple way, what's in the last part of the body? Is the heel. You know why they call our generation Ikveta? Because our generation is the last generation. This is the simple explanation. But according to what we speak tonight, this is not only the reason. The reason that we call this generation Ikveta de Mashiach is because Ikveta milashon ikuvim. How do you say ikuvim in English? Delayed. Obstacle. Obstacle is what made our generation to become the greatest. You know, they said that Moshe Rabbeinu was jealous from any person in our generation that put tefillin. Ask me what Moshe Rabbeinu have to be jealous. Who is greater generation? Moshe Rabbeinu generation or our generation? Moshe Rabbeinu, right? Who is greater generation? Rabbi Akiva generation or our generation? I'm sorry to disappoint you for good. Our generation is the best generation to have. Ask me why. Because you know what you did today to come into the shiur? I believe that you're missing a playoff. Some of you, they have a playoff games. Somebody came to me and said, Vodarav, you don't understand what I did today. I came to a shiur losing. You know the temptation that we have tonight, or every night, or in our generation, no other generation in Zion ever had in life. The fact that a person coming into a synagogue to pray with so much temptation outside, the fact that a person is going with kippah and tzitzit and he is proud to do it, the fact that the person find 1 hour to come to study Torah when there's so much temptation outside, our generation is the greatest generation to have, by far. Tell me, in the previous generation, what exactly they had to do? There was no TV, there was not even electric. 6 o'clock, the street is off. I remember 30 years ago when I went in to visit my friends, I went into Shabbat, it was amazing, and very holy Shabbat in the city of Tzfat. Tzfat is a very holy city. I am in love with that city, in love. They say, what's the difference between Yerushalayim and Tzfat? Yerushalayim is the Ir HaKodesh. No doubt, Yerushalayim is above everything, but I don't know if the Arizal is the one that said, in Yerushalayim, the ground is holy. And Tzfat, the air is holy. You can feel the holiness in the air. When you're walking into Tzfat, you feel the holiness. You feel it. You feel like you're in your home. You went back to the future 2,000 years. You're coming in, and all what you want to do is to pray to Hashem. They have the synagogue of Arizal, Rabbi Yitzchak Abuav, they have mikvaot, kivot tzadikim. I'm telling you, if one day God bless you with unlimited money, go and live in Tzfat. You're going to feel the Kedusha in the highest level possible. The highest. And I remember 12 years ago when I went over there, there's no Yetzirah. 6 o'clock, nothing to do. Nothing to do. The city is shut off. In Tel Aviv, to go to Shiur Torah when they have so much temptation. To go to Shiur Torah when you have so many discotheques around and bars and all of it is around. And still to find in our generation not to watch TVs and to come in to Shiur. I'm telling you, you are heroes. Each one of us that making the effort is the heroes. What made our generation to become the greatest generation? What makes you, and I want you to live by remember these statements, because this statement is changing life. In Shalom Bayit, in education of children, in friendship, and business partners, and parnasa, and livelihood, or especially in Torah mitzvot, what makes you who you are is the obstacle that you pass. I will give you a simple proof. Tell me, how many successful people came from Switzerland? That you know any great professor, any great scientist that ever came from Switzerland? Not even one. Do you know that? Check what I'm telling you. And ask me why. What exactly is so bad about Switzerland? Switzerland is a good place to live. You know that the quality of life in Switzerland is the best one in the world? The government almost pays for everything. Tuition, education, electric, whatever you want. You know, the quality of life in Switzerland considered to be the best one in the world. So how come not even one great Nobel Prize ever came from Switzerland? And the question is why? And the answer exactly because of it. When there's no obstacle, is no greatness. When there's no challenge, is no greatness. You hear that? What a beautiful proof, huh? You see, it was one rabbi that came to America. One great rabbi, and he said, from some reason in America, how many years the Jews is in America? More or less. They have 100, 150. But I mean, most of the Jews. 70 years? 70 years the Jews in America, and not even one Gadol Israel, not a regular rabbi. A giant of generation came from America. Tell me one rabbi that, not good speaker. Good speaker, they have enough. Speaking wise, American, they are the best speakers. English, perhaps, so many good words in English that you can, smooth talker. American, they are smooth talker. British, I'm talking about righteous in Gadol Israel, like the Rav.Asher Vaknin, like the Baba Salir, Rab Chaim Kanevsky. All these people that change in the world. Do you see one of them came from America? 70 years we are here and not even once. Do you know why? Because life here is so soft, so comfortable. There's no obstacle. When there's no obstacle, there's no greatness. Solid proof. Solid proof. When you have obstacle in life, remember, you're destined to greatness. Don't be just opposite. Love the obstacle. Understand that God is hinting you. When you drive in a bicycle, how do you know when you're going up and you're going down? If I put something in your eyes, I close your eyes, you cannot know. And I tell you drive. How do you know when you're going up? How do you know when you're going down?
You feel it.
What?
You feel it.
But it's hard to push.
Let's say there's no feeling. When it's difficult, meaning you're going up or you're going down?
Down.
When it's difficult, you're going up or you're going down? When it's easy, when you don't have to paddle. You're going down, you're is difficult to pardon. When you have obstacle, meaning you're going up. Every test of Abraham Avinu, every obstacle that God put Abraham, He made Abraham to become greatness and greatest and greatest. Until the last one, almost the last one, is Akedat Yitzchak. When then he achieved the level, the greatest level in the world. When you have obstacle in life, listen to the word that I'm going to conclude, and this is the word. David HaMelech said, אל תשמחי אויבתי, אל תשמחי אויבתי לי, כי נפלתי קמתי, כי אשב בחושך, השם אורי. David HaMelech said to his own enemies, to the people that want to see him down, don't be happy when I'm down. Don't be overexcited when I have obstacle. You know why? כי נפלתי, קמתי. When I will fall down, I will stand up. כי ישבתי בחושך, השם אור לי. When I'm going to be in darkness, God will put me in light. You know what's the meaning of it? You know what made me great? The time that I fell down. All the obstacles that I had made me to become who I am today. כי נפלתי, אילולא נפלתי, לא קמתי. If not for the falling down moment, I will never achieve greatness. If I never sit down in darkness, I will never know what is light is all about. So the fact that I'm in darkness, the fact that I have obstacle is good for me. It's not bad, it's just the opposite. It's the greatest things for me. Because this is what made me who I am. The obstacle that I pass in life. Let's hope, let's end. Let's understand. Any obstacle we have. Let's not get carried away. Let's not break the tools. שבו את ה... No, relax. And understand that every obstacle is exactly what God is hinting at. I want you to become a great man. When you can hold yourself in anger, when you can hold yourself in being jealousy, when you can hold yourself to say something that you cannot do, as much that is difficult, then you know that you are a great man. When you can wake up in the morning, as much that is difficult. When you can come a shiur every Monday night and bring friends, as much that is difficult. And you have 10,000 excuses why not. And you made the effort. Then you know that God will open the gate of heaven. God will open the gate of blessing upon you and upon your family. We do have to realize obstacle is what made us who we are. Thank you very much.